Our next topic, we are going to hit what is most. I think this is what Vaughn was probably most excited about. It was amazing when
because I don't like it.
When you sent this to me, it was something that I already saw. I didn't put too much thought into it. I just watched the video, and I was perplexed when I saw the video. I was like, she is really off her rocker,
bugging, all caps.
So,
bugging.
What? 2 days ago?
2 or 3 days ago, yes.
2 or 3 days ago,
yes.
Kimberly A. Martin on Get Up.
Don't be respectful. Go ahead.
I want people to know her name when they look her up.
I'm gonna be respectful.
So Kimberly A. Martin on Get Up, hosted by Wilbon?
Yeah, I think so.
Mike Wilbon. She pretty much provided her take. I wouldn't even call it a take.
It wasn't a take.
It was provided her comments.
An attack. I'm calling it what it is. It was an attack
on Cam Newton, right? And so Cam Newton recently, in one of his most recent episodes on his sports show, I think it's called 4th and 1 or something
like that.
Yeah. He said that there are probably 4 to 5 game changer quarterbacks in the league right now, and the rest are game managers, right? And so when he broke down his definition, because let's be honest, when people hear game manager, they automatically think of it as a derogatory.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what she took it as.
And
right?
They think of it derogatory, they think of it as a disrespectful term, and it's not.
And so Cam provided his definition, was like, game manager is like,
which is very intellectual.
Just don't lose the game for us. Like, you put us in positions where you can't lose. We don't need to lose the game.
Yes.
Whereas a game changer, where it's like, you go out there, you go do what you do.
I need you, coach. Coach stands back like, I need you to win it.
I.e., like a Lamar Jackson,
Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers before he got injured. Like, I need you to win it.
Because he even said, like, game changers, they are game managers. But they're able to flip that switch and become that game changer. Whereas a game manager, you don't flip that switch.
You ain't got that switch.
You ain't got that switch to flip. And so some notable quarterbacks that he put in that game manager category, which kind of sparked this whole thing, was Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, and Dak Prescott.
And Jared Goff. Yeah.
Funny thing about that whole thing is I felt that Kimberly A. Martin... Well, first of all, Kimberly A. Martin, she didn't even attack. She didn't even like rebut or comment on what the substance of what he said.
Yes.
She immediately went on the personal attack, like pretty much talking about his clothing, and then saying that he sounded like somebody that's in their mom's basement.
Tweeting from your mother's basement.
Yeah, and that, which... that's what like had me lost, because you're talking about this man as if he wasn't rookie of the year,
as if he wasn't
first round draft pick, wasn't the number overall,
as if he wasn't, as they say now, him in that time,
as if he wasn't the person that won a national championship in his first year in the SEC, in his first year in junior college. Like, what are we doing here?
What are we talking about here? Like,
he probably had the greatest rookie season that we've seen in a long time until C.J. Stroud, because C.J. Stroud's balling.
Like Ryan Clark said, he is probably top 20 all time NFL quarterbacks.
And so my thing is like, okay, a lot of people, hell, even us, a lot of people aren't going to respect our opinion because we didn't play in the pros. We didn't do a lot of stuff.
I don't have an issue with that.
But the thing is, you cannot disrespect Cam Newton as if he is a person whose opinion should not be valued because of what he's done in the league.
Did he lose the Super Bowl? Yes. But they were 15-1.
We're talking one instance out of a man's entire career. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't... That one instance does not tell the story of his entire career.
No. And does his career... Did his career have its ups and downs? Absolutely. Every quarterback's career does. Could he have lasted longer in the league? Yes. But when you look at, and I'm going backwards here. When you look at the stats for Cam, and it came out a little while after he was done, the amount of hits that he took, the amount of roughing the quarterbacks that he should have gotten, then that tells you right there. The only reason he didn't get those was because of his size and because of who he was. Cam came in the league being him. Cam came in the league being who he was. You knew who Cam was, and he stayed that way the entire time he was in the league. Yeah. Now, is there to say that he may be a little bit upset, that he may be a little bit bitter, that he's that he's not in the NFL anymore, and you have quarterbacks that honestly could not stand next to him? Yeah, that's fair when you look at that. I don't have an issue with that. My issue comes when you attack when you attack him personally based off of what he said.
Yeah, you don't even attack the content of what he said.
I don't necessarily agree with what he. I don't necessarily agree with his. I don't truly believe that Tua is a game manager. Now, Brock is coming into his own. Yeah. Dak, for the vast majority of his career, game manager.
And what we just saw with Buffalo tonight,
game manager.
I personally, and sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good.
I personally agree with him, especially on his take with Tua. And the only reason I agree with him on Tua is like, how was Tua before he had Tyreek and Jalen Waddle?
No, game player.
And so my thing is like,
game player.
Those two wide receivers are game changers in themselves.
Period.
And so that's why it's hard for me to put the game changer moniker on Tua, right? Yeah. But for me, like this whole thing speaks deeper to why I personally don't like ESPN as much as I used to.
Because it's not about
So for those, and this may get to the point in the conversation where, because we usually don't go here, but it is ridiculous how ESPN treats players. It's ridiculous.
Bow down to
no, not that. It's ridiculous how ESPN treats players whether it's a black player or a white player, right?
Yes. But pause. So this is going to inject right into what you're saying. A few weeks ago, or maybe some months ago, Tom Brady made the statement that there is a lot of mediocrity in the NFL. Right now. That statement was worse than what Cam said. How is it not? He flat out said there's a bunch of mediocrity in the NFL.
Yeah, he did.
To me, mediocrity is a derogatory term.
Yes.
Versus game manager.
You're telling me I'm not good enough.
You're telling me I'm not good enough. You're telling me that owners and fans paying me millions of dollars, I'm not worth that money.
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing from Kimberly then.
Bruh.
And they talked about this everywhere when he made this statement.
Yeah.
Do I disagree with it? Honestly, no. I don't disagree with that.
But have the same energy.
Have that same energy. Now,
towards Cam that you had towards
Tom. Tom got 7 Super Bowls. But Cam is still the only one that stands alone in several categories.
Yeah.
And so I love what Ryan Clark said. Ryan Clark said, I don't necessarily agree with all of what Cam said, but because of Cam's resume, I'm going to listen to what he said. Yes. I'm going to entertain his opinion, because not only is he entitled to his opinion because he's a human being,
but he went
through it. He's entitled to his opinion because he played the position. He ran through the NFL. Destroyed teams.
Bruh.
won the Heisman damn near unanimously.
Yeah.
Took.
And if I'm correct, he did win a MVP in the NFL.
He did win MVP in the NFL.
So
when I look at his resume, by all means, bro, you got every right to say what you want to say. I may disagree with you.
Take the floor.
Take the floor. I'm gonna listen to it and I'm gonna give you my opinion. But to degrade this man's status to the lowness of someone tweeting in their mama's basement.
It was wild, bro. It was wild. And like I said,
what's your resume,
bruh? And,
ma'am?
Bruh, for me, it was like the energy that ESPN has towards players whether the player is black or white is like vastly different.
It's vastly different.
With the whole Josh Giddey situation, right?
Tell them about that, Malika Andrews.
Bruh,
like you said,
they gloss over the shit. But let's say freaking what is his name? Linebacker from Buffalo Bills.
You talking about on his draft day, right?
No, not him. Yeah, Vontae. No. He's playing for the Buffalo Bills right now. He played for the Broncos with Cam.
Against Cam.
No, he played on the Broncos.
I can't.
He came from Texas A&M. I cannot remember.
You talking about Von Miller?
Von Miller, thank you. Von Miller had that situation of domestic abuse.
Yeah.
They didn't know that whether it was true or not.
Yeah.
ESPN went off.
Lit it up.
And then the way they did it, they tried to be sly with it. They tried to say, well, we don't know if he did it, so we can't speak on it. But then they started to say, no man should put their hand on a woman.
Yeah.
That language in itself implicates him.
Yeah, with
the audience saying,
that tells me that
we're not saying that he did it. We're believing that.
We're believing that he did.
Yeah. And so my thing, the way that ESPN, y'all need to be better. Y'all probably ain't gonna hear this. I don't care, but y'all need to be better.
And I'm gonna say this. And I'm gonna say this. Watching that video. Does she have a better resume than I do? Absolutely. But Kimberly, learn how to read the room.
Oh, clearly.
Learn how to read the room. Because for any of you that go and watch that clip that have any fraction of common sense, notice how her cohorts looked at her as she was making these statements. Nobody said nothing. I think somebody made one little statement
at the back end.
Back end, but when she initially said that statement, everybody was just kind of like,
"We are really going there right now.
You really are going." Is she talking? I guarantee you, somebody in the head was like, "Is she talking about Cam?" I know she ain't talking about Cam.
It was just like I said. It was wild watching it. I was in utter disbelief at the way that she.
Oh, she got turned. She went from like mellow energy to,
bruh.
Okay, let's just do this,
bro. I was just in disbelief at how another black person can tear down another,
and you made
black person like that
comment about what was stated.
You just went completely personal. Like
completely.
It was just wild, bro. Like I had to rewind it.
How do you were waiting? It's like you were waiting on this moment. But I love how Cam responded.
Yeah, he didn't go on the attack. He didn't go on the attack.
He broke down, and like I said, it was very intellectual as to how he did it. He broke down his definition of a game manager versus a game changer. They are different, but a game, like you said before, a game changer can also be a game manager when it is needed.
Yeah,
a game manager cannot flip that switch. He cannot go to being a game changer because he just don't have it.
Yeah.
Her statement told me a lot about your lack of researching someone.
Apparently, it told a lot of Twitter.
Or better yet, not only your lack of researching someone's resume, it also told me how you will deliberately avoid talking about somebody's resume. Because you're not about to sit up here and tell me that y'all don't have people in the back that pulled Cam's stats.
Oh, yeah.
You made a very conscious decision to attack this man.
Ratings.
Because it had nothing to do with what he said. Nothing of what he said was disrespectful, hurtful, or for better yet part, wrong.
He didn't attack her whatsoever. He did what she should have done, which was focused on what the comment.
When he initially made that statement, he didn't attack Brock Purdy. He didn't attack Jared Goff. He didn't attack Tua. He didn't attack Dak.
He didn't say that they were horrible quarterbacks.
He said they're game managers. And as we all know, one big game manager that is probably one of the richest quarterbacks, is one of the richest quarterbacks in the NFL, is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a game manager.
And no one will argue that.
His own fans say it. He's a game manager.
Yeah.
So other people can say other quarterbacks is a game manager. But a person that played the position, that had the NFL on his back for a significant amount of time.
Yep.
That has been a winner for the vast majority of his entire sports life.
Yep.
Can't make a statement and say those four guys are game managers. In my opinion, he never said it was fact.
But we're in the Twilight Zone.
Opinion.
What you talking about?
But you, Miss Kimberly
A. Martin,
decides that you just want this is your 20 seconds to just
go in,
to just give 1,000% of energy, and you failed to talk about the topic.
Because she could have brought more attention to his platform.
Period.
2, she could have. I just go back to, if you disagree with him, explain why you disagree. She didn't explain why she disagreed whatsoever, and then she automatically assumed that Cam directed what she was saying or what he said towards her, which that just takes a level of of narcissism.
Yes.
To think that what he said is about you.
Once again, I go back to learn how to read. I know to make it to that level where you're sitting in front of hundreds of thousands and millions of people. I know somebody taught you how to read the room,
bruh. But
I know they did.
Well, look, man.
We'll see. I love how Twitter went off. Well, X now, and I love how if you go look under these videos, you see the YouTube comments and stuff. I want to see if she's going to issue an apology.
Probably not,
because several people was like she needs to issue an apology. And to top that off, a lot of people that were fans of other teams came to Cam's defense, and it was like she must not know who Cam Newton was.
Bruh.
Must not know who Cam Newton is. You can't. You can't.
Man.
You cannot.
I mean, because he was the ish, some 9-10 years ago.
Carolina had somebody tweeted about this earlier today. Carolina had 100 to 300 people or something like that at a game.
Yeah.
Could the numbers be wrong? Yes. But they was like, this is utter embarrassment.
Bro.
When Cam was at this is just the cherry on top. When Cam was at Carolina, everybody had on Carolina Panthers jerseys.
Yes. It was cool to be a Carolina.
I'm a Green Bay fan and I wanted one.
It was cool to be
a Carolina Panthers fan. Yeah. It was cool to do that. Then the last time you heard about Carolina?
Last time I heard about Carolina was recently this week when the cheapest ticket went for 45 cents. And then today when they only had 100 people in there.
Say that again.
Yeah, the cheapest ticket was 45 cents.
So that should tell everybody, fans included, who Cam was.
Look, man.
Cam was him.
Cam was him
during his time period. Could it have been a longer time period? Absolutely.
But the way he played, you knew it wasn't.
But the way he played, because he gave it his all when he was on the field.
Yeah. Except that one play.
So
it is what it is.
It is what it is. So that, guys, I'm going to be done with my rant, even though, oh God, she boiled my soul.
She ground your gears. It's all good.
God, she did. Anyway, that's all. We're gonna wrap it up.
Well, before we wrap
go
ahead. So look, we are in the Christmas season, as everybody knows. Vaughn is going to be traveling to Georgia.
You'll probably get a couple of lives or something like that.
Yeah, so we may end up. There may be an episode coming out where it's just one of us. We haven't discussed how we're going to do that, but we just want to. We're going to say our prayers for Vaughn and his family because they're going to be traveling out on Tuesday.
Yeah,
what, Tuesday?
Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday going to Georgia, and so if y'all don't see from us. What?
If y'all don't see from us maybe a week or 2 weeks or so, just be on the lookout for our shorts and things like that. Be on the lookout for our lives. Like I say, we may be together for some of them. We may very well may not be, but we will keep you entertained.
Yeah.
We will keep you guys entertained.
So with that being said, like we said in the episode, please like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be rocking with every comment. We're going to be getting in there. We're going to be chopping it up with y'all. And like I said, we just want to get our content out there to the masses.
We are growing. We are growing. And it is beautiful, organic growth.
Yeah. And we rock with those that rock with us.
Yep.
It's that simple. So,
and I think that's good. I like that. Yeah, I like that. All right, guys. We love y'all, and we are out.
Deuces, y'all.
Deuces, y'all.